welcome. I am Nicole Arrington, coming to you from Helena, Montana with Big Sky Cards. And today I've got another card to go along with our 31 Days of Halloween card theme set. And it's a very exciting pop-up box card. So we'll go ahead and get started. I am using the Cutest Halloween along with these Frightful tags, dies, and then I thought I would use, oh gosh, why didn't I pull out that name? The Giving Gifts dies. Okay, so kind of set some things aside and we'll go ahead and get started. So what I've got is a piece of basic black cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to get my cut and score, make sure I'm using the score, and I'm going to score lengthwise at 2 3/4. Then from here I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, and so hamburger style wise I'm going to score at 2, 4, 6, and then I would pull out the arm, except all my stuff's in the way, so I'll turn it around instead of indent, so then I would do 6 and then 8, but because I'm turning this around because I don't quite have enough room, I'm going to just score at the half mark. So what I am left with is that 1/2 inch mark. Then this is 2 3/4 by 8, and this is what we put on the inside. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, 2.5, 3, 5, 5.5, and then at 7.5. Except again, my arm's not out and it'll cause massive destruction, so I'll turn around and score at the 1/2 inch mark. So you can see all those score marks. Now, I could have used the cutting portion of this, so one of these sets of, got goop on my scissors. Anyways, so I could have used the cut on the cut and emboss, cut and score machine, but you can also just pull out a pair of scissors and you cut just to that 2 3/4 score marks. Again, you can cut on each of those score lines to that 2 3/4. But you can also use the cutting machine. And then this little 1/2 inch piece, I come in at roughly a 45-degree angle and cut it off like that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our pieces and we're going to score them. So I'm just going to fold on each of those score marks, but note that I cut before I am doing the scoring, before I'm doing the folding on the scoring. It just makes for something, it just makes it cleaner. I'll just put that there. Okay, now of all these, the way that this goes in is this side here, this furthest from this end point, I'm not going to pull down, because that, I did this backwards to how I normally do it, I think. I'm thinking here. Give me a second. I always put that on the back. Alright, so with that being said, I'll fold all of these down but that last one, or that first one. Then I am going to take a little dab of glue, and this one I really do, for this type of project, I do kind of recommend this liquid glue because it's just a little bit more malleable when you're making these box cards. So put those in. Score them up like that. And so here's the thing. I should have been talking you through this. I'm just doing it. Okay, so that first one you bend and you pull down. Then you flip it over, you bend, use your bone folder to give it a nice, good, solid breeze. And then that second one you bend the exact same way and score it. Then you're going to flip it over again and give it a nice, good burnish. And a second time. So it's kind of like a Z-fold, but it's an altered Z-fold. And then this last one, you alter it. And if you don't do it right, that's okay, because these ones you can mend and fix. So you can see how you get this kind of Z-fold, but you've got those little half-inch portions sticking out. And that's really important, because that's what we're going to stick in there to give it our texture. Well, not our texture, but allow us to make the box portion of it. Okay, so I'm going to take each one of those half-inch and I'm going to put some glue on them, and then I'm going to put these in the box. So the front and the back half-inch tabs, I'm going to try to really firmly plant them, and then the center two, get them kind of in the right spots, but then you just close the box, open it up, and reclose. And sometimes when you make these, it only closes one direction. And that's okay. That's not a big deal. So there we have our lovely, lovely, exciting box. Alright. Next, we're going to take 3 of our panels here, and we're going to make kind of our background on them. I've got a piece of, they're Whisper White, and they are 2.5 by 1 3/4. And I'm going to take the spider web, and I am going to imprint a spider web backwards with a blending brush. So I have Smokey Slate, and I'm just going to hold this in place, and I'm just going to go along here. Each of my spider webs, and you can see when I lift that up, it's giving that a cool little spider web. So I'm making kind of my own designer series paper with spider webs, which I think is so cool. Okay, I'll do it again. Ooh, no, don't move. Okay, so there is some benefit to kind of getting it positioned and getting it held down. Okay, and there we have it. And I'm just doing that with 2 of them, and the other ones I'm going to put some bats on. So on one of them, and the other one I think is going to be pretty much fully covered, so no biggie. It can just be okay, I take it back. I want this last one done up. I take it back. Alright. one more round of blending. All right. That just gives such a cool reverse webbing. Okay. I'll put my piece of scrap paper aside. I can put my blending brush back in the thing. And then I'm going to come on to some assembly. Oh, I was going to stamp this with some bats. Give it kind of a bat background. So, oops. From the Sparkle of the Season, they've got the triple bat. Very cool. And with some Tuxedo Black, I'm just gonna I should get some, since I'm kind of making all right. This is my night sky, maybe. I feel like I need a couple just flying right off there. All right, so that's going to be my night sky background. Let me clean this off. I can set those aside. Then I think on two of these, I'm gonna put a little spider on. Okay, so we have the little spider from the Cutest Halloween. I want to call her a girl. Don't know that she is one versus a he, but just seems right to call her a girl. Okay, so I've put her on, and then I think I can get on to some assembly. Oh, no. We're gonna, from the Frightful Tags dies, I have die cut this guy. And I need to put my phrase on here. And I'm gonna use Trick or Treat. Less tricking and more treating. You're so sweet, it's scary. Oh, I'm having a hard time here. The witch isn't there. You're so sweet, it's scary. I'm really liking that right now. Less tricking, more treating. I'm having a hard time. We'll go with less tricking, more treating. All right. Oops. Here we go. All right. Now, I think I'm a lot closer to just full-on assembly, with the exception of some ghosts. And I'm not sure how many I want. Alright, so what I need is some Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to pull out my little ghost. More importantly, I keep putting my black away. Okay, so it comes in from this way. Might only need one flying out of the tree. We shall see. Like so. Trying to keep clean here so we don't have quite such a mess, because pop-up box cards they're a lot of work, but they're so awesome, so they're totally worth it. Alright, so you can see that you can just line them right on up and punch them on out. We'll set, oops, that aside, and we can get on with construction. Alright, so the back of my box, I'm going to put my bat background. Oh, I'm running low. We'll have to fill up here. Then these little panels on the front, these are going to be my side panels. With our little spider, they're going to just be there on the front, on the side. Then I will have my spider web, just plain spider web, just to give it some more texture when I put my phrase on the front. But what I know is typically with these kind of cards, it is better to work from back to front. So I've got a piece of pumpkin pie, circle die cut from the Frightful tags, because it's like perfect moon size. I'm going to put it right about here, and then I am going to put this little owl here over the moon with a witch's hat. The owl was die cut from the Frightful tags die set in Granny Apple Green, and our lovely little witch's hat from the same Frightful tags is cut in Gorgeous Grape. Okay, so that's kind of that first background layering. Then I will put in the gate that I die cut in, I believe it's Basic Gray. And I'm just going to put it over on the left hand side, because on the right hand side I'm going to attach the tree. And so my fence is back there. The tree is going to be on this layering. And our ghost is going to go just popping right out here of the tree. So I'm just going to put a little bit of dab of glue. So see, I only needed one little ghost. because that ghost is fairly big. Okay. And I just gave it a quick fold in because I want to make sure everything's supported and in nice and tight. And then on this front, I'm going to put in these pumpkins. But as you can see, this was taken from those tag dies. And so I'm going to just kind of cut them out. Just like that. So it gives me that nice silhouette of those pumpkins, like so. And then that's going to go on the very front paneling, like that. Isn't that kind of cool? And maybe they would have done better if I'd done solid pumpkins. So I could have done the from the Cutest bundle set. I could have done this pumpkin from this. And that might have been better, but I really wanted to try those pumpkins, and that seemed like a good place. Okay, so from the Frightful tags, I have this tag cut out in basic black, and I've cut it in half so that I can add some more kind of texture to this. So I will just glue this on. This was a true piece of scrap because I have like my daughter's birthday info on the back. It didn't print out right somehow, and I just threw it in my scrap bag like so. Alright. Oops. And then I can attach. And then I will finish my awesome pop-up box card. And I will lay it down like that so that you guys can see it. Alright, so this is what it would look like if it's sitting flat on the surface. You would have this awesome, cool pop-up box. Isn't that cool? And it will fold in like this. Okay, so it'll fold either way. Isn't that so cool? And you can add more things if you'd like, but you know, sometimes keeping them simple is what's really fun, and people love them. I can tell you my kids love them. So there you have it. If you liked any of the items I have demonstrated here tonight, I have an online store. The link is provided below, as well as a shopping list of everything that I have used. In addition to that, you can please give me thumbs up. That always helps me. And then in addition, I love to see the comments, so feel free to leave those comments. If you have any questions, you can leave those in the comment section, and or else you can email me at bigskycardsnicole@gmail.com. That link is provided below, as well as you can check out my website, bigskycards.com, where you could purchase something like this as a card kit, and you don't need anything but glue, sometimes some scissors, and sometimes some markers or colored pencils. But if those items are required, it is given in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crafting. Bye.